So we are spawning on Boreal Forest Zone 2. This is quite a hard biome to live in, especially for if you start the game. So yeah, it's going to be we're going to have a hard time on here. And yeah, so I started the first day on collecting some resources, getting some wood, some fiber, some sedge to build our first foundation to set our base up. And we actually managed to get a cool house for the first day. And on the second day I tried to tame a parasaur, but I actually didn't manage to tame it because I just killed it accidentally, so we had to look out for a new one. But at least he gave us some meat and some hide, so I mean we could use a lot of it, especially for borders to get some new parasaurs. So later on day 2, I actually tamed a tech parasaur, which we really needed to get some berries and sedge, and they're just useful for everything. On the end of I fed him some lovely berries, and I was just waiting for it to tame. I didn't really give him a name because it's the early game and he's most likely going to die anyway. So yeah, at the end of day 2, I ran into a pack of wolves near my base, and I tried to get them to attack the mammoth, so I could just run away with my parasaur, but the wolves actually killed the mammoth right away. So they were hunting me again, and I tried to get them to attack the rhino, and they did attack the rhino, but the rhino is quite quick death as well, so they attacked me, they killed me, and killed the attack parasaur. So on the evening of day 2, I tried to tame some trikes, and I set up a lovely trap for them. But I didn't really want to use wooden foundations because they cost so much wood, so I just used sedge foundations, and yeah, so I broke the sedge foundations and the whole trap, so the trap didn't really work, but I tamed them anyway. And I also tamed a Petri, nice little Petri from like the Littlefoot series. And yeah, in the morning of day 3, I tried to get revenge on the wolves, and I killed a few of them, and 2 of them were actually stuck between some rocks, so I decided to train them so we could have wolves, and you can also ride them to the saddle, so they're really useful for the early game, especially for me and especially in this hard world. Yeah, so I trained both of them, but while trying to look after them, I got stuck in between them, and I really got stuck, like like the step bro stuck. But yeah, so I had to kill one of them, and then I harvested an Argy to get some prize meat for the remaining wolf, so I could tame it. And I mean, it was only a level 9, but it's a wolf, so it's quite decent anyway. On day 4 I tamed some more wolves, and I started breeding them. I had actually no clue on how to breed an Ark, and I didn't really know why I bred them, but I just did it. I mean, I'm a noob, so yeah. Please don't judge me for breeding a low level pack. So on day 5 I took Petri on a run, and we saw a UT killing thing, so I was like, yo, Petri, you can kill this little fucker. And he was like already dead before. Day 6 arrived, and while I was collecting some wood, one of our wolves got killed by another wolf. I actually had the wolves had every tame on passive, so they couldn't really defend themselves. So there was nothing the wolf could do. Yeah. As I said before, I really got a good fight against the wolf and killed it. So I said I took these bad experiences and set up some spikes around my base to keep it a bit more safe, because I didn't really want anything like this to happen again. On day 7 to 10 I spent with building a large spike wall and a big gate. This was actually very useful because we had a Carno and the Daedon attack our base, and yeah, I tried to trank the Carno but my crossbow broke and yeah, I couldn't finish him off, so I just I spent the rest of the days with breeding some more wolves, building the end of the spike wall against the hill, and yeah, with breeding and breeding more wolves. I just don't know why I did this. So basically I fed them meat to keep them growing, to get a cool pack, and yeah. So on later I saw a yellow drop with a ring on it, so I thought, oh, why not open it? And I actually found a Mastercraft pump gun in there, so I was really gassed about it, because I don't think I would have made myself one, because I didn't really think of it. So later the day I went to the charcoals with Petri to get myself some nice Deinonychus eggs, and I actually found a level 59 egg. I mean, it's not, it could have been better, but yeah, I mean, it could have been worse as well. So yeah, I went for another Deinonychus egg, which was only level 11 egg. I mean, I took it with me, but I don't think I would breed it anyway. So yeah. So I actually tamed an argument in between, but I forgot to record it. And on day 11 I tried to tame a Cyberpunk, and I actually tamed it quite quick, so yeah, we had a Carno. Nice. So on the rest of day 11 I ran to get myself a beaver, and while I was landing to recover and get some stamina up, I got killed by a few demons and I couldn't get the beaver up again, and I ran out of stamina, so yeah, I got killed by the beaver got killed by the demons, but I managed to run away. I tried to prank another Argy, and I actually managed to get him unconscious, but he fell next to a pack of Daedons and they ate him. So day 12 arrived and I managed to get a decent level Argy, and I managed to trank it in a safe place, so yeah, we got ourselves a nice blackbird. So on day 12 I took a bit of time off to get like a cool few things for the base, like we have a nice second floor with a cool lake view. We have a crafting room with a cool lake view, and yeah, I think I did a quite decent job for me as a noob, especially in building an Ark, because it's quite pain to build on a PS4 version of Ark. So yeah, on day 13 I went to the chocolates again to get this egg. I actually didn't manage to breed out the first eggs because I just don't have enough ACs to breed them out, so yeah. I saw a dirty Kurus next to the egg, so I just took him with me and tamed him to get a stone run when I was back at the base. I built a few more cool things. Day 14 arrived and I saw this huge, cool looking castle thing in Redwood, and I thought it would be a cool place to build a base, but I didn't really go for it. I then tried to find a side of the So I managed to get my stuff and move it back, so when I was back at the base I wanted to go for things like a bit, you know, a bit more calm. So I built myself a quite nice greenhouse to get some narco berries, and I tamed myself a beaver. So on day 17 I tried to tame a pack of wolf because there was a high level wolf in there, and I actually managed to tame him while riding on my Daedon, which I did before taming. I managed to get a level 100 wolf, so I was quite gassed about it, and I started breeding them. Day 18 I went on a metal run with my Anki to get some of these metal ingots. Day 18 I built like a few melting things so I could get metal much quicker, and I set up a nice oil pipe to get oil cube in place with some crystals on day 19. And the rest of day 19 I spent looking for obsidian so I could craft myself some polymer. And on day 20 I finally went to the obelisk to get some cryopods because I really need them. On day 20 I tried to tame a level 40 race and actually managed to. So the army attacked us, and when he got fully tamed I found Lexi and took him back to base with my cryopod. The rest of the day I spent killing things with my Rex because I really wanted him to level up. I attacked the Yudi and a few cars. Actually more because my Rex is a fucking mess. And I saw that was like, I thought like if my Rex really is like, I mean he actually did because back while attacking them, so they had no chance really, so it was actually an easy fight. He managed to kill both of them and he got some levels. Like he got like 40 levels. The days 22 until day 25 I just spent looking for a new base location because I wanted to get like a new cool base. I found a giga while looking for a new base location, and I thought, oh, cool thing, it's the first giga I ever saw somewhere. And while looking for a base location, I found this weird thing in the redwoods, and I didn't really know what it was, but I knew I would like to explore it later in the game. So on day 26 I tamed Rex, and I got to kill things. Put on another oil pipe, but it didn't really work, so yeah, I had to look for another chance to find an oil rock. So yeah, I found another oil rock and placed the oil pipe, and I actually built some useless house on my base. Yeah, on day 28 to day 31 I tried to tame a Silent Leo, and I just spent the whole days looking for one, and I got pretty upset because I couldn't, for God's sake, I couldn't find one, and the one I found, I shot it and it just ran straight into the forest, so I couldn't find it again. Yeah, I hate this game. So I was looking and looking and looking, and then I took one of my wolves to the redwoods so he could look for a Salakaleo, and we actually got attacked by a few terror birds. And as I but I couldn't really move, and because I was too heavy, and I didn't want my wolf to die because of it. So I just tried. I just later, I actually found a Salakaleo hanging on a tree, and I saw it hunting on a pear tree, and it was actually my chance to tame it. So it wasn't really the best ever, but I had spent so much time for one. It's not going to be. Yeah, I'm not going to find a better one. So I just took what I got. On day 32, I took my Salakaleo for I killed everything that was moving around the place to get some levels up. And I realized my Salakaleo wasn't thing on the useless house I built next to my base, and I didn't really know why I built it, but it was just there. Day 34 I went on another middle run because I decided it would be quite cool to do the boss fights at the end of the 100-day challenge and to take Giga, so I went on a I tried to get many resources. Day 34 I tried to I got attacked by Noob, which made me feel scared, so the wolf couldn't really got stuck while running away. And the counter attacked the army off style, I couldn't get away and I could take my wolf to safety. Day 35 went on, and I went on another middle run with my Anki, and I actually tamed an Raptor as a shoulder pet. On day 35 I made myself a nice at my house, so I could attack and actually got a pretty one out. So yeah, cool thing. On day 36 I went to get myself a baryonyx and found a nice yellow crab, which actually had a nice cool looking sword fragment. I mean, I didn't really know what to do with it, but it was quite cool. So on day 36 I later went on to actually tame a baryonyx and called him Shocknado. I released him next to my base on the lake, gave him a nice setup and just took him for a walk. I managed to kill him. I attacked Megalodon and managed to kill him. I stun attack Sharknado as I saw these jellyfish fuckers and I just saw I'm out of here. So I went back to my base. On day 37 I went to the chalk hills and I saw a nice looking aloe and I thought, yeah, that's going to be mine. So I tried to tame it and I actually managed to tame it. I tranked it and just needed to get a few pieces of prime meat. And yeah, I tamed him, cryoed him and took him back to my base. Back back at my base, I released him and I went for a walk with him to, you know, just to get some levels, but I actually was quite upset because I imagined him to be way stronger than, yeah, he actually was. But I mean, it was my first allo anyway, so and maybe I just had the wrong expectations. On day 39 and day 40, I just flew around. I found a nice yellow drop some with some really good flag armor in it, and yeah, I was pretty happy about it. And then I went on a run to get some electronics from a Texor, so I killed nearly every Texor around my base to, yeah, to get on a resource grind, because I didn't know at this point you can just collect these Silicia pearls, so yeah. I later went on to steal things from the beavers, you know, like the cemetery paste and stuff. The beavers didn't actually like it, but yeah, couldn't really do something about it. On day 41, I thought the house I built was going to be the crafting room, so I built a few things in there, and I tried out the new AR I had, and yeah, it was not that great. On day 42, I went on another medal run with my Anki. And on day 42, I returned to the redwoods with my stylish review. I won an alpha count to get some levels. I actually managed to kill her because we were stuck in the wall. And we have to admit that the reload are pretty the bleed damage. So he didn't really stood a chance at this point. So on day 43 I checked the oil pipes and the large and then I realized my army got attacked by Scorpion, so I had to kill Scorpion. I actually got hit once by him, he didn't really crank me, so you know, everything is easy. So I flew back to base and found these cool little spots, and I thought of it being a good base spot, but you couldn't really build there without foundations, and I don't think it would have looked that cool. So I went to get some crystal and put up a greenhouse on my greenhouse so I could get even more knockerberries. Yeah. On day 44 I went to steal from my friends the beavers again. I got some cementing paste, some rare mushrooms and some rare flowers. And yeah, the beavers weren't happy about it again. On day 44 in the evening I just checked the other part and return back to base. And on day 45, I wasn't in the mood for killing a Kentro sword, so I just did it because it was like interrupting the battle runs. I just had to. Oh no, it was not a metal run, it was an obsidian run. Well, he was interrupting it. So. I spent day 46 searching for organic polymer, so I could finish my resource grind for the industrial forge. I actually had to get some cementing paste, so I went to the beaver family and stole things again. I really don't think they like me. So day 47 arrived and I actually finished the crafting room off, so we got a fabricator, we got the industrial cooker, we got the chemistry table, the industrial forge, a fridge, and we actually took our old crafting room and just, yeah, we removed the fabricator and just, the room was just there. I thought about doing yeah, I didn't, so I went on to get some Rexes, but while looking for Rexes I actually found some tech parasaurs and a Fiomias that just wanted to kill them. So yeah, I tamed a tech parasaur so I could breed them if I was a source of electronics, and then I continued to do the Rex hunt and actually managed to tame a good half decent Rex, and I even managed to trank it so it is not in the water while unconscious, so that's really much now. Day 49 went on and I saw a level 69 Rex and I tamed it so I could get a huge Rex, so it's going to, I think it's going to be the from the highest level Rex I got until now. So yeah, we managed to get a level 103 Rex, and back at the base we started breeding them so I could get my Rex army up for the boss fights. Day 51 arrived and I took Tornado, my Baryonyx, to the lake to get some of the jellyfish, and while taking one of them, swarm of them, actually managed to kill them while trying to go back to my base, so I just drowned. Yeah, that was sad. So day 52 I continued to do the Rex hunting. So I actually managed to get a level 80, level 82 Rex, and level 83 Rex, and while taming him he got hit by a graphical. Yeah, he actually lost 20 levels while taming, so he was only in level 103 after taming, 104 after taming. And that's quite sad. Yeah. So I let him kill the Rex, and on the rest of the day I just went on to get a bit more biotoxins so I could get some shocking tranks and get more Rexes. On day 53 I went on a run with my Rex to, just to kill a few animals, to get some XP up. So I just attacked everything that was looked like it. On day 54 I went to the obelisk to get a bit of fire pots, then I went on day 54 to the redwoods. I went on the hill, I killed Colovias, these things are so annoying, and I actually found a wild female Sylar, so I was just like, yeah, it's going to be tamed. So I managed to tame it, and it actually did well, it was quite hard to hit, but we managed to prank it, and we just had to feed it some more crab meat. Yeah. So back at the base, I started breeding my Sylars and took Muzzle Sylar on a run to level up. I killed Anki. I was looking for some smaller creatures as well. Then I investigated the attack of Roots. I mean, that would have been really good fight. My baby Sylar was following me because I was quite upset, so I decided to get the wolves to follow me and to attack me in front of my Rexes, so I would take care of them. So they attacked me. I went back and said, yeah, my Rexes dropped me kills, so on day 55, I wanted to explore the spider cave in the redwoods, so yeah, I mean, I didn't really mean to just fall in it, it just happened, but yeah, I mean, I faced my dude now up the hill, and yeah, I killed a few of these, then I had the big spider, which turned out I really tried to get out of there, but every time I wolf didn't really stand a chance. I mean, I really tried, you see. I tried to go out there, I tried to jump over there, but it didn't really happen. I took out my aloe to help me and tried to kill the Rex, but he was small. My poor aloe, I tried again to get out, but I just couldn't, I got stuck. The grandmother killed my best wolf. I was really upset. I just was hit so many times that I was going to be unconscious before I could leave the cave, so I just died in a spider cave. Nice. I hate it. So I managed to get my stuff back, and I went, day 55 I went into the lake to get some more biotoxin so I could tame myself a Megatherium, because I wanted to get revenge on my Fenris wolf, my best wolf, and I wanted to kill the spider, so I killed a few of these jellyfish to get biotoxin, and then to kill some eggs, and then later I was going to get some Megatheriums with this level to attack the spider and revenge the poor wolf. So while looking for Megatheriums, I found a high level wolf, and yeah, I thought I would tame it and do a nice little run up with the wolf. So when he got fully tamed, I went on a run to kill I went on a run to get myself a Megatherium, and I managed to trank one. So we already had one, we just needed another, we had a male one, and we just needed a decent level female one so I could breed a Megatherium army. While looking for one, I So taking my wolf back to the base, I just went to carry my Megatherium back to base. And in the meantime, I was breeding some wolves and the Silacaleo for my little dinosaur army. And I actually found a quite decent level female Megatherium and managed to crank it. So yeah, we're in terms of Megatheriums. So yeah. It's day 59 and we're back in the redwoods because I saw a Silacaleo and I really wanted to tame it because it was a level 41. So yeah. I managed to trank it and tamed it, and we actually got a level 68 Silacaleo, so I was very happy that we actually got a high level one from the redwoods because I just couldn't find anything with a higher level than 30. So day 60 arrived and we tried to breed Megatheriums. to get a nice little Megaserium army. And on day 60 I went back to get myself. I actually didn't went on a run to steal from the beavers, but I stole a beaver from them and tamed him near an Alpha Carno, so yeah, not the best idea, but I actually managed to get him out safe, so yeah, it's actually a dub. So I went back to base, and on the next day I went for a little meadow run with my Anki. And on day 61 I made myself a nice little breeding platform on the crafting room, so my animals could do their mating without being without being in danger for any other animals, so they're quite safe up there. Day 62, and yeah, you know where I am. I'm at the Wyvern caves, and I managed to get myself a level 46 Ice Wyvern. Yeah, I quickly went to get it back to base, and I actually got hunted by an Ice Wyvern, but he couldn't really catch me because I was just too fast on my so yeah, day 63, and I was going back to the Wyvern caves because I saw a Giga next to them, but unfortunately I didn't have my glasses with me, so I couldn't check the level, and I wanted to keep an eye on the Giga so I could maybe come back later in the game to tame it. I was going to the Wyvern cave again, finding another egg, but I actually got surprised by an Ice Wyvern who attacked me, and yeah, I was only on half health, so yeah, I just flew back to base to get safe. On day 64 I bred T-Rex, and I actually found the pet was stuck in my base, so I tagged him, and he actually managed to get stuck in the wall, so I wanted to get him out of his misery. Yeah.
Bruh.
Cool trophy in the wall. So I spent day 64 with breeding a little Rex army and breeding some wolves and Silas. I can't even tell you why, I just like to do it. On day 65 I went for the first artifact. Sharkles, it's actually quite easy to get, so yeah, quite nice one. Day 66 I went to an ice cave in the north of Valguero with my Scyla, and I was actually surprised because there was not really anyone here except the Mongolia that into the caves. Yeah, it was quite easy to get this artifact as well. I couldn't really compare about it being easy. So I took the next artifact with me and yeah, tried to collect the blue looking crystal, but yeah, it's just for decoration purposes. So I just took the artifact and tried to breed the wyvern egg, but it's just too cold. Yeah. So I bred a T-Rex and a Tech Parasaur, and I decided to breed Deinonychus and another T-Rex egg as well. And I got myself my first little tech parasaur so I could harvest some electronics from them. I bred the Rex egg and the Deinonychus egg, as I said. And yeah, I spent the rest of the day mating the Megaseriums so I could get a huge Megaserium army for the spider to get revenge. Day 68 arrived and I went to the obelisk to get myself some cryopods. I could take all my Rexes and Megaseriums for the spider. 69 arrived, and because like
Nice.
60 meme is a very important part of the meme culture, I just thought I would make it a special day in my Ark playthrough as well. So I just thought I would go for a boss fight and released my tames, and yeah, I didn't really know about the cryo sickness, so I just released all of them unconscious. So yeah, so I managed to actually get stuck by the spiders, and I couldn't really move, and the big one was coming for me, and I was really in fear for my Salakaleo, because the big spider does huge amount of damage. But I managed to jump away and return to my tames. So I got as well, but one of these able to find spiders. Just had to attack the spider as well. The thing is, one of the actually died because it was unconscious. So I used a short break in the fight to release the second serum, put it on neutral, and just ran to attack it for me as well. So, serums and big spider. Big spider. I was three of them, because I would really think I would lose them because of my mistakes. So after the fight, a Diplo just fell into the spider cave, and I decided to explore the actual cave. So I went inside, killed a few of the titanoboas and a few of the bugs and spiders, and then I decided to go back outside because I didn't want to risk anything here. So yeah, on day 70 I actually managed to beat the Wyvern, and yeah, I had my first flight with the Ice Wyvern. I took for a ride and decided to the other animals next to my base. And on day 73 I actually took him to the Fire Wyvern cave because I thought about getting a Fire Wyvern egg. But I was a bit scared because I don't like these caves, because I used to just lose my orientation, and yeah, I didn't really want to die. On day 74, some hunting so I could be ready for a boss fight. And I returned to the spider cave because I attempted to get some. I knew that there were spiders inside, snakes inside, so I wanted to get the titanoboa venom. So yeah, I just went inside and killed everything that was there. A huge amount of but I actually managed to die from the gas, so yeah, that was just fun. So I returned to the cave with one of my wolves, and yeah, the wolf got stuck inside and couldn't move, so I just took my Salakaleo and my Mega Serum to get out the cave, and yeah, we had to lose him. Being out of the cave, I realized the fucking big spider was back, and yeah, I just tried to get out here quickly, so on day 76 I decided to visit the swamp so I could get some hunting food. So I was going for the sulfur skin, and I was going for the titanoboa venom, and I actually managed to get enough of them. On day 77 I returned to the Wyvern cave, and my Sharknado, so I wanted to get to these little underwater scorpions to get some black pearls. So I just made a shit ton of them, and yeah, went into the tundra to get him. I spotted him, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a nice little trap, and I'm going to tame it. So I put up, you know, like the metal doors. I put up some large bear traps, and I was ready for it to came towards me and to attack me, but yeah, I shot him and I thought he would aggro me as quick as he can, but yeah, he tried to, but he fell off the cliff, so I had to find a way to get him up the cliff again, and he was actually coming for me, but decided to attack a mammoth. While looking behind, there was the rock just became a fucking transformer, so I got scared, and yeah, I was following the Giga to get him somewhere to my attention, but yeah, I couldn't do it, but he got stuck, so I could just tame him so easily. I mean, I didn't really think of it being that easy, so I just had to give him a shit ton of biotoxin to keep him sleeping, and yeah, I tamed him. So I returned to the base and started to kill everything that was near him, so he could level up. Yeah, then I continued to kill everything that's because I really hit him to go up. And on day 83 I actually managed to get into the underwater cave and kill these underwater scorpions for the black pearls, so I could finally get myself a gas mask so I would not die while looking for the artifact in the spider cave. So I returned back to my base, got my Mega Serum and my Psylocke Leo, and yeah, we went for a run to the snake cave, spider cave, and killed everything which was in our way, and there were actually a shit huge fucking I had to leave the cave because I got stuck by some blood eel, and yeah, I was almost on half health, so I had to get out, and yeah, I didn't find the artifact, so I returned on day 84 to the river cave to get the artifact of the Skylord, so I could at least get one artifact for the boss fight. So I went for the artifact on the ground near the lava, and after getting it, I thought about, you know, like getting it fire weaponing, but I was just too scared and I just wanted to get out, so yeah, I mean, a few seconds to go that way, then I saw the first fire weapon and I quickly went out and returned to the spider cave. So I actually had to watch a quick tutorial where the artifact was. I managed to find I had to get off my big Assyrian and jump towards the water hole. And I actually was in this water hole and was swimming through the water hole 2 days ago, but I thought it was a dead end, so I didn't go all the way up at the end, so I missed the artifact. So yeah, I mean it was quite dumb, but I couldn't really do anything about it because I really didn't know where the artifact was going to be. So yeah, at least we got the artifact now, and we could turn back to safety just quite after. So on day I managed to tame a Yudi, and I wanted to get him for the boss fight. So yeah, it's quite nice tame and a high level as well. So day 86 I returned to the Wyvern Caves and managed to get a level 85 Wyvern egg, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, I took it with me and I went to the Fire Wyvern Cave, so I could get myself a nice little Fire Wyvern, and I managed to find a nice egg with a nice level 43 egg, so that was okay for me. I didn't really want to spend more time in this cave because I actually got attacked as well, so yeah, I just wanted to get out and yeah, try to fetch them. So I called the fire dragon Smaug, like the one in The Hobbit, and then I took my Yudi for a ride on day 87 to kill some Daedons so we could level up a bit in the boss fight. He actually did a quite decent job there. So on day 88 I went into the jungle or swamp cave to get the remaining artifacts. I pulled out my Argy and straight down the hole, so I reached the bottom cave to go for the artifact. Being down there, I went for the hidden entrance to get the artifact I needed, and I just had to break the stone wall to go inside. So yeah, I broke it and I just went on. I came into a nice gloomy cave and I was actually a bit confused because I didn't know really where to go. But as I found a way, I just had to jump off my Scylla to go down these water to go for a short swim. I pulled the Scylla out again and had to kill some scorpions and some bats, and then I just had to use my crossbow to get up to the artifact. And I mean, it took me quite a while to get up because I didn't really know how to use the grab and hook. So yeah, but we managed to do it, and I actually managed to get a nice trick jump from above. So yeah, it was quite fun to get the artifact. So I landed on my Scylla and took my Scylla to go for the next artifact in the cave, which was the artifact of the ruler. And yeah, we got it and we quickly returned back home because I really hate caves because I'm so scared and I don't know where to go. On day 89 I was waiting for all my tames to heal for the upcoming boss fight, so I just went to level up my Fire Wyvern. Like risk, and yeah, and boss fight, I actually put my data, so the healing effect it does on your tames. So the boss fight began and I had to take all my Rexes down. I was actually pretty scared because that was actually my first boss fight. I was very nervous, very scared. I was so yeah. I mean it was quite hard to fight them because I was so But I mean, yeah, what else could you do? Just have to take a fight and manage it. So yeah, we have to take on it was like an instant relief in this moment because I was so happy to accomplish my very first boss fight on Ark. So I really never had a boss fight on Ark. I was proud. While yes. So you just have to wait and win the final fight. So, yeah. I decided to end my 100 days playthrough on day 90 because I didn't really know what to do with the last 10 remaining days. I didn't really like to go for another boss fight because I had to get so much things for it. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. I really hope you liked the video because it was one of the videos I put the most time and the most effort in. So please leave a like or please comment some feedback, and yeah, see you next time.